In this week's parasha, VAEIRA, Hashem begins the Torah by saying to Moshe Rabbeinu, you know, to your forefathers, Avraham, Yitzhak, and Yaakov, I appeared in a certain format. I expressed myself as a name of God, which is different than the name of God that I'm going to share with you. I appear to them as Kel Shakai, which we say expressly in the opening words of the parasha. But to you, Moshe Rabbeinu, I'm going to reveal myself in the fullness of Yud K Vav K, Havaya. Now, of course, this is a terribly cryptic notion. And you will say, why is Kabbalah inserted in the Torah? Because that was what it sounds like. But of course it is, because the whole Torah is made up of all four levels: Pshat, Remez, Drush, and Sod. Every word, every letter, every sound can be understood at the four different levels. But the interesting thing is, what's this a response to? Why is Hashem saying these cryptic words? It seems to be a response to Moshe Rabbeinu's complaint at the end of the last parasha, Lama hariyasa la'am hazeh. Why are you dealing so negatively with your people? Why are you causing them to suffer? What have they done wrong? They haven't done anything terrible. They've kept the Sheva mitzvahs. They've even kept bris, etc. What have they done so terribly wrong? And indeed, you even said to Abraham Avinu, one day there will come a time soon when they have to suffer like this. That's without sin. And the answer is, I appeared to your forefathers, Avraham, Yitzhak, by a certain name, and now I'm appearing by another name. How is this possibly an answer? So, of course, to respond to this question requires a longer period of time than we have at our disposal. But the Alter Rebbe, at the beginning of the Maamar explaining it, says we have to understand names of God. What does it mean? And he explains, for example, that the essence of Hashem, which is the essence of creation, is inherent, as we said, in the name Yud and a Hey and a Vav and a Hey. However, you and I live a world where there is multiplicity, multifariousness. In the inanimate world, there are stones, there are precious stones, different precious stones, etc., etc. In the plant world, you have so many botanical species. In the animal world, you've got so many subdivisions, different kinds of human beings that keep psychologists working all the time, right? And even in the angelic world, you have souls and different kinds of souls and different kind of angels. Where did this multifariousness come from? So the Alter Rebbe explains that is through the name Elokim. Elokim is like a prism through which the white light becomes expressed as the range of colors of the rainbow. In other words, the singularity of white light suddenly becomes split into colors. This is the metaphor of the essence of godliness becoming manifested in all these different aspects of our creation, our experience, so that we can experience the greatness of Hashem, so we can experience the wonderment of Hashem. And it is this experience of the wonderment of Hashem that gives us our raison d'etre of life, that gives us a sense of connection to something bigger, to understand that in the very wonderment of the many lies the absolute beautiful simplicity of the singular, which ultimately is the ultimate truth. So if we are able to focus on that, we're able to have a reconciliation of Echad, oneness, Hashem Echad, and at the same time, our everyday world where there's so many different things happening by so many different people and with vis-a-vis so many different things. So why don't we spend a few moments in a meditation so we can explore and delight in that wonderful notion that the Alter Rebbe has introduced us to. So gently close your eyes and just become aware of your breath, gently breathing in through your nose and out through your nose, becoming aware of the cool air entering and the warm air exiting, and relaxing your body through focus on cool air and warm air. And as you do, become aware of the absolute beauty of the world of nature. Fish in the sea, tropical fish, fish of endless colors and shapes, glistening in the sun as you swim beneath the surface of the water. It's an absolute wonderment. A boost of color, shape, reflection, light. And now consider the enormity of the botanical species, different plants, so many different colors, so many different shapes of leaves. And likewise animals of all different types, down to insects and up to flying species, each so different. Millions and millions of living species, human beings, each with their own personality and characteristic. And yet, all this multiplicity is the product of a single breath of creation, a single source that continuously animates the world. The very many comes from the one. You and I are an extension of the one. And our life's quest is to connect to that oneness and be part of what we were once upon. Oneness. Elohim, producing the many. Flip sides of the same coin. Gently coming back into the here and now, allowing that little meditation to stay with us for the rest of the day, if not the rest of the week and the rest of our lifetime.